Star of the original film, and it has been announced that there will be appearing later in the series, Rosie O Donnell.
This is not my seat. I believe this is. Well, how about that show? What do you think? An amazing job by everyone. I'm going to introduce the people we have today for your little talk back after the screening. Melanie Field, who stars as Jo. Come on up, Mel. You remind me of someone in this. I don't know who. Kelly McCormack, who stars as Jess. The gorgeous Chanté Adams, who stars as Max. Desta Tedros Reff, the executive producer. Will Graham, co-creative and executive producer, co-creator. Maybelle Blair, making news all over the world. Maybelle Blair, come on, Maybelle. Wow. I want a baseball cane when I'm older, too. Get one, damn it. There we go, you got it? All right, come on, Maybelle. Yeah, I tried this, sister friend. Way to go. Very proud of you. Okay, and this wonderfully talented woman who we all know and love, and look what she did her first go out after Broad City. Unbelievable. Abbi Jacobson, co-creator, executive producer, series star. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, well, first of all, congratulations to everyone. What a wonderful accomplishment. How does it feel, Ab, to get to see it on a big screen?
It's quite surreal, and I haven't ever been able to watch the second one with an audience. It's so interesting to hear reactions, and sometimes they're exactly where I thought they'd be, and sometimes they're really not. You guys are being bad.
And that's what you want them to be, right? Now, we see that there's a little homage that you put certain characters, like, tip their hat towards the first go-round. Was that put in on purpose?
Yeah, I think we do it throughout, but we wanted to nod to the film. I mean, we love the film. It was so important to us growing up. It still is. And you guys did a thing that did not need to be remade, and we wanted to reimagine it and nod to the thing that started it, or not started at all, but really inspired us in a big way. So yes, there's like all these little nods, there's little Easter eggs, and they continue throughout the series too.
Now, Maybelle, how you doing?
Well, I'm still living, and I'm on this side of the dirt.
All right. CNN, and there was a big story about you. You got a big announcement for everyone?
Well, yeah, after being 95 years old, I thought it was time to kick the door open and come out.
How about that? Now, Maybelle, when you watched the first movie, did you think, well, they left out that whole part about their lives and the romantic relationships between the women? Did you think that was missing from the first film?
Oh, yeah, naturally I felt that it should come out, but that they couldn't come out, so you guys could bring it out and told who the real story was. But now it's open, and here we are, and all you people should never be afraid again. I'm not.
Character Doris Murphy was gay, and she was in love with May, and that was sort of what I was playing as an actress. And the scene in the bus where I was saying, oh, I never felt like a real girl, but now I do, and there's a lot of us. After we shot the first take of it, Penny goes, Rosie, Don't do that, so gay. And I said, Penny, I'm just reading the words that they wrote. I'm not making anything up. They're like, okay, we'll do it again, but do that again. And then I did it every take the same exact way. And sometimes she'd go, that was better, thank you, that was better. I don't think she had any interest in sort of exposing that part of the lives of the women. And as the executive producers, what did you guys think, Will and Desta, that was an important feature for the film? For the series, rather.
I think for us, I mean, like Abby said, we grew up loving the film. And it meant, I mean, as a little queer kid who played a lot of years of Little League Baseball very badly and cried the entire time, there was something about the movie that kind of communicated that it was okay to be on that field and be queer, even if it didn't say it straight out. So I think when we first started thinking about the series, it was really a question of looking to the real stories, and you kind of had the feeling that there was more underneath there, and getting to talk to Maybelle and others about their experiences, and hear the stories of not just the hard things, but also of finding a community, and finding a team, and finding joy, and finding other people like you. I remember one of the first times we talked, we said, what was it like to find all these people? And you said, it was a party.
It was a real party, believe me. I didn't think I was the only one in Libby that was gay. I did have a little episode with my high school friend.
Yeah, you did.
No, she's a player.
Yeah, the truth came out, but anyway, I couldn't hardly wait to get back there. And when I went back there, I had known some people and I didn't realize they were playing ball. And they took me to a gay bar. And I'm telling you, I walked in and they said, Maybelle, what the heck are you doing here? I says, well, I'm one of you. So anyway, that's what happened, and it was the most wonderful time of my life.
How beautiful. I'm so touched to hear that.
Yeah, and I think that's the spirit that was kind of one of the moments where we really knew what we wanted the show to be.
Well, yeah, and I also think to the movie, like, I think that's the opportunity of being able to tell this story now, is like when the movie came out, just having a sports movie about women was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that is, the stories that we're telling were the stories, we're able to go a deeper layer, and that's the opportunity of being able to tell those stories now, where there is more acceptance in an audience to hear, and that we can bring the larger story.
Yeah, beautiful. At the end of League of Their Own, there's a scene where there's an African-American woman who throws the ball, and hence the storyline, which is so beautiful, so touching, and you are really great in it. Are you a ball player? Oh! Okay, but you can't tell, honey. You can't tell.
Wow, really on the spot there. You know, who isn't a ball player? I did say that I was in my audition. Then we all learned that I wasn't when we went to practice for the first time. But we got to go through a very rigorous and beautiful baseball camp led by Justine Siegel, who is the first woman to ever be employed as a coach in the MLB. And so she came in and worked with us for a couple months before we shot the pilot, and then again before we shot the season. And she also brought in her actual female baseball players that she coached since they were little. They now, some of them are playing professional ball to this day, and so they got to come in and work with us. And we went through a very rigorous boot camp, and after that, I am proud to say I have a strong right arm.
Way to go. Now, I don't know the name of the actress who plays your best friend in that. What's her name?
Damisola Akumelo.
Hysterically funny.
Yeah.
She's so great. Tell her I thought she was just wonderful.
I sure will.
All right, good.
She's also a writer on the show.
Oh, how great.
And also British and improvising a lot of her jokes in an American accent.
Wow.
So talented.
So gifted. That's amazing. It's always shocking when you see somebody playing American and then they go in a talk show and then, hey, you can't do that anymore. You get canceled, right? British people. Rosie hates British people. Okay. Kelly and Melanie, you guys fit right in. When I watch the movie, the series, I keep calling it a movie, I see you guys as the real ball players in our movie, like you would have fit right in there.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Yeah, you're damn good.
Yeah, this team, we turn it on. You're a singer. She's an incredible voice. She can sing anyone under the table. I literally don't know how to turn it on. Okay, well, we can share. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hey, we worked really hard to learn how to play baseball, Rosie.
Yeah, you hadn't played either?
I played softball in grade school. I was not very good. But for my audition, they were like, oh, we're going to want to see you do some baseball stuff. So I went to the batting cages. And I practiced for so long that I didn't have gloves on that my hands started to bleed. And then I was like, I can't go to the audition now because I'm not going to be able to hold the bat. But it worked out.
Wait, Mel, tell the story about the game.
Oh, shit.
That we didn't put in the show.
Oh, yeah. So we were in baseball training for the pilot. So this was when we all first met. We all got together. And yeah, we were doing like a batting practice. And we were using these old bats, like the actual bats from back then. And I was up at bat and I hit the ball and the bat broke. And it was this like epic moment. And then Abby's like, we're putting it in. We're putting it in the script.
Just for context, we were all out in the field playing the game, and we all ran in like she won. Like I feel like I rolled it up or something.
Big break of that.
Yeah,
It was kind of epic. It was an old bat, but like I still felt pretty amazing.
But we're like really good at baseball. I mean, like I played baseball a bit and many sports, but like when we all came together, we were like, okay, we're doing this. But by the end of it, we were throwing catch, like playing catch, like between takes or whatever on the field, and we're damn good. Like we're
Makes a difference. When we did the movie, I would go to the batting cages too in Van Nuys, and I would see like Daryl Hannah, Julianne Moore, Julia Roberts, and I was like, listen, pretty woman, you might want to hold the thin end of the bat. Good luck out there. Let me know when you can do this, Julia. Not to be mean, but there's only one thing I could do better than Julia Roberts, and that's baseball. So there you have it. Was it all you dreamed doing this, Ab? Was this what you had in your mind when you sat down with me and Nobu when you told me you were going to do this?
The one time I've been to Nobu was with Rosie O Donnell. That was a night. That was a night. You know what? I don't even know when. I told you about it way. Will and I were like just working. This was like 2018, I think. And I was so nervous that it was like brought up at dinner. And I was like, what's Rosie gonna think I'm doing a movie? And I think it's changed so much throughout, we pitched this in 2017, and I think it's changed and morphed. And so what Will and I initially talked about, I think is so in there, but I think it's way better than what I ever every single person that came on throughout the process, including you, sort of threw their hearts into it and made it something. I think I was like, we can do this, and it's gonna be this, but I really feel so proud of it, and I love the stories and the characters that we're portraying in this show, and it's kind of far surpassed what I think I was telling you about at Nobu.
Right. She's like, I'm gonna make a gay league of their own. I'm like, good luck with that, bitch. But she fucking did it. Look what she did. Look at your outfit. So Maybelle, do you have a story of? Is it like? Did you have to go to learn how to be more of a woman classes, and did they try to do that to all of you guys?
Well, I came in a little after that, but they sure did work on a few of them, I'll tell you. And you know what? It did help a couple of us. But anyway, how in the world did you really love this movie? That's not very loud. Tell them. I know, Rosie, we got a straight straighten them out, don't we? No, on second thought, no.
You and I couldn't do that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We didn't give them a hell of a try, though, would we?
So how has Amazon been to you? Excellent. You say excellent.
Yeah, they've been excellent.
I've seen a lot of promos and a lot of support for the film, a lot of articles, a lot of press. It's really been, I think, really wonderful.
Yeah, I think to what you just said about we're making a queer league of their own, and you're like, how you quoted yourself, good luck, bitch. They let us do that.
Yes.
In exactly the way that we intended to and wanted to, and I think that shows how they let us tell a lot of their like real stories in a really authentic way, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and they've been incredibly supportive. It's easy, I think, when you're doing a thing like this to try to be like, that's good that you want to do that, but maybe just take like one step backwards and not do it quite as much. And they were instead a lot of the time telling us to go a little further and encouraging us to be authentic, and it's pretty amazing to have that behind.
Yeah. How's it been with anybody getting recognized? I know you are already getting recognized, you guys, and anybody going, are you going to be in that show? I saw the trailers. You're laughing, that's funny, Chanté.
Actually, if you could recognize us on our way out, we'd appreciate it.
My mom's pretty obsessed with me.
Your mom is? Good.
We did an event in Rockford, and Abbi and Darcy and Chanté and Demi's face were on a food truck, and it was honestly as if it was the most exciting thing that Abbi and Darcy and Chanté had ever
Our
seen.
faces were on.
There was like a
Pretty big.
20-minute photo
That's big,
shoot.
that's big.
Say that they had their face on a food truck.
Like,
The poor guy.
It was like, hold on. I remember you were like, they serve hot dogs, and they were like, we serve vegan dogs, and Chanté flipped out. It was like, I can't even. She's vegan.
Line for the picture. I'm like, hold on. Yeah. Vegan hot dog. No, it was like a really cool thing to see and experience. Yeah.
Rosie, I'm curious, when you guys were making the movie, were you aware that there was a big queer story underneath it, or what did you think about it?
Well, I definitely thought there was, because I met the women, before we started. We met the women, and I was like, beep, 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 beep. Everywhere I looked, I was beeping, And there was Penny in like her Knicks shirt with her sports short and her tummy pack that she would wear, and every day at 4 o'clock she'd scream, "Bacon! Someone bring me bacon!" And they'd run out with 4 trays of bacon for her to eat. But I think that Penny in her life, and who I love very much, and she's very responsible for my entire career, so I will always love her for that. But she didn't want to go in that topic, I think, too much in her life, or too much in anyone's life. It was sort of not her thing, and she was always nice. She would always say to me, "Oh, how's Kelly? Yeah, Kelly. How's Kelly?" I'm like, "Well, we've been married 10 years now. Okay, so it's good." That was way back then. We're now divorced, but at the time it was going okay. Does it even matter? What am I doing? I'm pretending like this is a stand-up gig and you all paid to see me. They said, "Would you come host?" I said, "I never leave the house. There'll be a crowd, I'll be there." And the doors are closed. We have Dunkin' Donuts coming out in a minute. This will be a 2-night event. Any stories you guys want to tell about when you were shooting? Anything that comes to mind that just...
I was recalling with Abbi that scene with Dove where she's like, "Will you sign my ball?" And he's like, "Yeah, kid." She was like, "Cool, I'll see you on the field." I'm not going to act Abbi because only she can do that. But anyway, she runs out of the locker room, and we're all in the locker room, and she absolutely fails because we all had cleats on, because that's what you play when you're playing baseball, and on the slippery floors we all kept wiping out.
And then so she just went, she was like, slides, and she stands up and she goes, did you get it? Did you get the slide? And they were like, no, we didn't get it.
Guess what? They didn't get it. I fell so hard, like a full banana. And like, you know, everyone's so, it's like the worst. Everyone's so like, and I was like, did they get it?
It would have been very funny.
Great.
It would have been a great button to that
Best
scene.
button of that scene.
Damn it.
Maybe they'll pick it up again and we'll write it into the show.
Yes,
I
for
follow
sure.
that in every single thing I do, I think. So we had sneakers from that point on.
No more cleats. Get them flying the sneakers. Take the cleats off. No cleats.
I also just think during filming, there was a lot of moments, we talked about this, that's like, it's not a specific moment, but there were lots of moments, because it's such a queer show, and like half the cast is black, and like we're exploring queerness and intersectionality. Just moments where you're just like, I can't believe we get to do this. Like, I can't believe we're sitting here telling stories this way, and getting to bring this on screen through this sort of beloved and honored film. And I think just, I wanted to say to the comment you had made about the press that the show is getting, so much that is a testament to the reach of the movie. Like, I love them. I mean, I'm a black queer softball player. I love the movie. It's like, it spoke to my soul, and I felt seen in a way that I think a lot of other people did too. But like, just the people, when I talk about the show and who love the film, like, I think I told you, my wife is German, and her male best friend in Germany is like, I love that movie. You can't wait for the show, and I think that is just a testament to how.
No, and we would never be here without you guys, and we would never be here without Penny. So we owe you guys so much.
One for Penny Marshall. There you go, Penny. It's hard to believe that it was 30 years ago, and I just turned 60. So it was funny. My little son never saw the movie. He's 22, and he called me up and he said, I was at Jimmy's house, and there was this movie on, and you were like a teenager, and you were talking like you were Sylvester Stallone. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. It was like, first of all, I was 30, and that's the money that you were swimming in that pool. God damn it! You respect that movie. And your mother sounding like Rocky.
But we actually, Abby and I talked to Penny before she passed away, and asked her, sort of told her roughly what we were thinking about doing with the show, and asked her about the scene where the African American woman, who is sort of roughly based on maybe Peanut Johnson, throws the ball, and she was like, I wanted to tell that story, but there was no way to do it, and that was my way of sort of nodding. And in some ways, I think that also did open the door for us to look at Max's character and her world. Do you want to talk a little bit about like kind of where the character came from?
Yeah, so Max is actually inspired by three women, Tony Stone, maybe Peanut Johnson, as he just mentioned, and Connie Morgan, and they all three of them played in the Negro Leagues. And up until April of this year, they were the only women that have played Major League Baseball, have played professional baseball on a major league level. Yet we don't know their names, and we should. And so the fact that we were able to do this show and bring to life a character that's inspired by these women it means so much to so many different communities, especially women who are in sports. And so, yeah, it's just an honor to be able to stand up here and say that I got to play this character.
So there will be a season 2, yes? When do you find out?
Amazon is here tonight,
And we love them, and I'm a Prime member of Amazon. I order at least twice a day.
Say you. What F is here, I think.
What's the date that you guys premiere?
August 12th.
August 12th. And we're gonna, what night is that?
It's Friday.
Friday nights. Excellent.
Pop your popcorn, get your drinks. Friday night.
Friday night's the way to go, definitely. Well, listen, I've been honored to be asked to do this. I was honored when you asked me to play a small part, and I'm in episode 7, so you might want to put your DVR at 6. I'm totally in 6. You'll remember me in 7 because I had such a wonderful portrayal in 6 that I'll feel like I'm in 7. My spirit lingers.
Even before you come in, there's an essence.
There's an essence, yes, of me. Too much me.
Yeah,
But,
Rosie is incredible in the show, and if you love the movie, I think it's gonna be fun to see what she does.
Well, I can't wait to watch the whole thing. I think it's brilliant what you've done, and as a gay person, I'm very proud to be a part of it and to be here and to see what you've done with this beautiful, loved film that we've had around for 30 years. To take it and to do this is an homage and an honor, and it's wonderful to be able to see it. So thank you.
I feel like, I think I speak for everyone that to hear that from you feels so important to us having made it, that you would be in it, that you would feel that way, and that just means the world. So, coming from you.
Well, thank you, Abbi Jacobson. All right, well, I think that's all we got for tonight. How long do these usually go? Because I got like 30 more minutes. You know, my kid is a kindergartner.
But really, guys, we come out August 12th, and Maybelle, what do you want to tell them about the show?
You mean the League of Their Own? It's a wonderful show, and you get your fannies and get your press your buttons and get going on it, because it's going to be fantastic. Hey, Rosie, I got to tell you something.
Go ahead.
First time I ever saw you was in Skokie when we were they were trying to cast the girls for the movie. Remember?
Yes.
In Indiana.
Yes, I do.
I mean, Illinois there.
In
Yes,
Illinois,
Skokie,
that's
Illinois.
right.
Yeah, you said overalls, and I'll never forget it.
That's right. Back when I could wear them without looking like maternity overalls. I do remember that.
Yeah, you even had a bib on them, you know.
They did. They had a bib. That's right. Well, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed OUTFEST.